15 showdown in Class 4A between the number 2 North Central Panthers and the number 15 Homestead Spartans. And Noah, let's take a quick look at standings in the SAC before this matchup. Southside, they're on top, undefeated in conference play at 4-0, with Carroll 2 games behind at 2-0. Meanwhile, Homestead is looking to keep moving up, currently in 3rd in the conference after defeating Concordia and thus jumping the Cadets in the standings.
Yeah, Homestead's still alive in SAC play, even with that overtime loss to Carroll to start off their SAC season. It's going to be really interesting to see how they can continue to, if they can continue this win streak, and the game against Southside is going to be huge for the Spartans.
And the conference is still in anybody's hand, as really everybody from Dwenger up is in contention for the conference. Still a lot of room for teams to be losing, and it's going to be an interesting race the rest of the way in the conference. And today's going to be an interesting matchup. 2 top 15 teams in Class 4A who have really proven themselves. North Central at 13-2, winners of the Marion County tournament just a few weeks ago. And Homestead, they've been on a roll lately with 5 straight victories and going 5-2 last month.
Yeah, Homestead been playing great recently in the last month, and let's see what they can do in their first game of 2021.
This should be a fun one to kick off the new year. 2 of the top teams in the state, 2 teams surely with state championship aspirations. And here's Tipoff. North Central wins it. It was tipped by Patterson, but it ends up right in the hands of Meg Newman, the Arizona State commit. And just like that, North Central on the board, even though they didn't win the jump.
Yeah, great start for Meg Newman and North Central.
And you should expect Meg Newman to have a great game and to keep hearing her name called out. Averages 10.1 points per game, 6.6 rebounds per game. Certainly one of the best teams and one of the best players in NOAA. Should be a fun one. Molly Stock for 3, swish, and Homestead kicks off their scoring with a 3-pointer by Molly Stock.
Nice start there for the Spartans. They struggle from beyond the 3-point line, but recently they've been starting to get that percentage up, and a great way to start the game off for the Spartans there with the.
And now is North Central on the other end looking to respond. Megan Newman down low, stolen as she tried to go up, and Homestead running the fast break now. And Stevens at the top of the key. She hits a 3-pointer. First Molly Stock from beyond, now Allison Stevens, and Homestead up 2 possessions early.
Yeah, great start for the Spartans. Last possession double teamed Meg when she got the ball down low and then stole it and knocked down a 3.
That was a quick response by North Central's Welch. She gets her first points of the game and makes a 1-possession game. Homestead really looking to work the entire floor in this one as they're passing it around.
Yeah, and teams like to play zone defense against Homestead as they're not the greatest team from beyond the arc.
Allison Stevens attempts the 3. No good. And it'll go to North Central. And Noah, looking at your FWO keys to the game for Homestead, the Spartans need to be more consistent shooting and have to minimize turnovers.
Yeah, especially with that good start from beyond the arc, it's looking like they can knock down consistent shots more, and definitely need to work on not turning the ball over as much.
And for North Central, they've got to win the battles off the board down low and have to disrupt Homestead passing the ball around.
Yeah, you just can't let Patterson get the ball super close to the hoop, or she will score on you.
Really can't let anybody grab the ball from the Spartans. They really pass it around, and it'll end up in Stevens' hands and Stock's hands and Patterson's hands, and they all can shoot and get some points for the Spartans.
And just 2 turnovers back and forth right there.
Yeah, so far, a few turnovers start off the game. Still early in the first quarter. Still plenty of time to clean things up, but a little choppy to start it off for both teams. Stevens for three, no good. And that's Stevens' second miss from beyond. Homestead's second miss, three-point range overall. All 6 of their points have come from three-point shots. They're certainly appearing to really work that facet of the game.
Yeah, they're really trusting that the three-point line can carry them through this game and lead them to the victory. They've shot 4 of them so far, the first 2 of which went in.
And a foul coming up. That'll be on Maggie Kinsley. And inbound coming up for North Central. Ava Couch going to be the one underneath the basket for the Panthers. The down low pass to Elliott, no good, but rebounded and a foul called on the putback attempt. And they'll call it on the floor, so another inbound coming up for North Central. And there's Welch for three, just to the left, no good. Homestead ball. On the fast break, Stock takes a three-pointer, bang! Molly Stock in the left wing, another three for the Spartans. And they're up 3 here in the first quarter.
Yeah, it's always good to be up 3 almost halfway through the first quarter for the Spartans with Patterson not scoring yet in this game.
Really appears that Homestead is working the perimeter as much as they can. North Central as well taking a shot from beyond, no good. And the rebound ends up out of bounds, but it'll stay with the Spartans. And Molly Stock, she has found her rhythm from beyond so far.
Yeah, shooting 2 for 2 early on from beyond the arc, playing great. We'll see if they continue to look for her beyond the arc throughout the rest of this game.
And Homestead, a team that averages 29% from beyond, so far shooting 60%. It's the kind of improvement that Coach Barker wants to see from his squad. And North Central's first foul of the game on that possession will be called on Ramaya Elliott, and Patterson will go to the line for the attempted free throw, no good. A Homestead team that struggles with free throws. North Central shoots 66% from the line. Homestead a little bit behind the Panthers at 61%.
Yeah, and Patterson shooting just like the team at 61% after and knocking down that free throw there.
Now North Central running things on the other end. Really, they're spending a lot of the game trying to drive inside or find somebody open at the perimeter. McNewman down low on Patterson, in and out, but rebounded by the Panthers, and the putback attempt by Elliott, no good. Homestead ball. And we just saw the matchup that everybody's anticipating between Patterson and Newman. Three-pointer by Homestead, no good. Attempt by Kinsley off the iron, and no good. And they're gonna reward the ball to North Central.
Yeah, almost got another 3 to fall for the Spartans. Really surprising they haven't had any two-pointer field goals made in this entire first quarter so far.
They haven't even attempted a single two-pointer thus far. All their shot attempts have come from beyond the arc. And there's an inside shot by Welch, and North Central themselves on the board after a little bit of a cold stretch. And it's 10-8. Homestead up with 3 left in the first. Both teams battling for the ever-coveted traveling trophy, which took quite the journey to get right back into Spartan Arena. Homestead, of course, lost it to Carroll. Carroll then went on a winning stretch before losing to Lawrence North, who themselves went on a winning stretch before losing to North Central. North Central on quite the winning streak, and now they find themselves in Spartan Arena. Homestead with the chance to win back the traveling trophy today.
Yeah, definitely don't want to play how they played last time when the traveling trophy was on the line against, like they did against Carroll.
They certainly don't want to lose by 34 again. It was one of the worst Spartan losses in recent memory. in regular season play. Foul on the floor. That'll be on Ayanna Patterson, Homestead's 4th foul of the first quarter. A substitution as Sydney Freem comes in for Allison Stevens. Sydney Freem leads in minutes off the bench, 2nd most minutes off the bench with 56, and 3rd in total rebounds off the bench. Patterson down low, blocked, and they'll call a foul on the block attempt. So Patterson will be going to the line for another trip, 2 free throws.
Yeah, even when the Spartans have been shooting these field goals, or at least for Patterson, both of them have been fouled, so still no 2-point field goal attempts.
That first free throw, no good. Not a great start from the stripe for the Spartans, as that puts them at 33%. Definitely not the start you want to see when you're getting some free shots at the line.
Yeah, especially against this great North Central team, you need all the points you can get.
And the second free throw, no good. 0-2 on the trip to the line for Ayanna Patterson. Now North Central on the other end. Hooks driving inside on Freem, and the layup falls. And we have a tie game with just above 2 minutes left in the first, 10-10 each. Molly Stock on the other end, driving inside, no good. Rebounded by Patterson, and her putback attempt goes through, and Homestead gets the lead right back. And both teams really starting to push the pace here in the first.
Yeah, Homestead finally getting the point or a shot inside the arc to go, and right there, great shot there by Welch.
A great dribble move and shot by Tanyelle Welch. Gets that jumper to fall, and she is up to 8 points, the leading scorer both last season and this season for the Panthers at 10.5 points per game, and she's already up to almost that number with 8 points in the first. There's a lot of potential on this North Central starting lineup. Welch, she's bound to be an Indiana Junior All-Star. Nakai Hunter committed to IUPUI. Meg Newman to Arizona State. Ava Couch with D1 offers. And Ramaya Elliott, who is an outstanding track runner and has D1 opportunities in basketball as well. And a sloppy pass will go out of bounds, and another turnover for the Spartans as North Central will get possession here. It's Homestead's 3rd turnover of this first quarter.
Yeah, now North Central looking to take their first lead of this game.
Homestead not a team that gives their opponents first quarter leads very often. There's a 3-pointer, no good, but rebounded by Meg Newman. And the Panthers will retain possession. A sloppy pass over the head of Hooks, and a fast break coming up for the Spartans. And one by Grace Sullivan. She'll go to the line for a chance at 3 points off the fast break. And Homestead gets the lead back.
Yeah, that sloppy pass by Meg Newman on the other side of the court led to that fast break for Grace Sullivan, and she drew the foul on the bucket.
There's another missed free throw for the Spartans, and the Panthers going to turn to a fast break. Welch, the free throw line, no good, and the rebound attempt, they're going to say it was tipped. They'll stay with North Central. Inbound coming up for the Panthers. Chance to tie the game up. Just under half a minute here in the first quarter. Hunter driving inside, and they will call a travel on Nakai Hunter. And Homestead probably looking to end the first quarter with the ball here. Substitution coming in as the starting lineup back in for the Spartans. Stevens checking in for Sydney Freem.
Yeah, Homestead probably looking for the last shot right now. Maybe find Stock or Stevens out on the perimeter and give it down low to Patterson.
Stock finds Kinsley open, hesitates. but Homestead really just looking for some space. And Kinsley was open, but they're going to call kickball violation on the Panthers. Was able to disrupt the pass, which would have been given to Kinsley wide open, but you can't kick the ball. Sullivan, chance at a last-second shot, passes to Stock instead, and they're going to run out of time before the shot. And after 1 quarter of play, Homestead up on the number 2 team in 4A, 14-12. You're going to want to stay tuned for this showdown. Welcome back to Spartan Arena at the end of the first. Homestead up on the visiting number 2 team in 4A and holders of John Harrell's Traveling Trophy, North Central Panthers, who are at 12 so far. It's been a great game from the Spartans starting lineup. Molly Stock with 6 points, Stevens, Patterson both with 3, Grace Sullivan with 2. They're really passing things around and finding everybody some time with the ball and getting some points up.
Yeah, Homestead with the lead now because of their ability to knock down shots from beyond the perimeter early on in the first quarter. The lead could be a lot bigger if they were able to knock down some free throws. They really struggled from the free throw line in the first quarter.
They shot 20% from the free throw line. That is not what Coach Parker wanted to see in the first quarter, or really what he wants to see at all from the Spartans. Definitely something they're going to want to improve as this game goes on, especially since North Central is definitely not looking to let Homestead expand their lead. This one's going to stay close all game long.
Yeah, and almost whenever Patterson got down low, it's almost like North Central was looking to foul, knowing she's not the greatest of free throw shooters, and she definitely need to improve during this game to knock down some more free throws, or else Homestead will struggle.
There's another kickball violation. So North Central will get an inbound here. And a 3-point attempt by Hooks from beyond, no good. Rebounded, and the putback falls for Nakai Hunter, the IUP commit. And North Central ties things up at 14.
North Central getting offensive rebounds a lot so far in this game. Great start in getting second chance points.
And some great defense on the other end by Nakai Hunter and Meg Newman. 2 D1 bound athletes from North Central. And Homestead will get an inbound. Spartans don't often find themselves down in the first half. Usually they're able to control the game early. And another sloppy turnover by the Spartans as North Central get the ball here with the chance to take the lead.
Yeah, the Spartans really, in their 5-game win streak, haven't been tied up with a team this far into the first half yet, just showing how great North Central is, and that's why they're the holders of the John Harrell's Traveling Trophy.
And that's off the backboard, no good by Hunter. Certainly no bad teams have held the Traveling Trophy in recent years. As first it was Carmel, then North Central, a 3-pointer, no good by Kinsley. They'll go out of bounds. First it was Homestead actually, then Carmel, then the defending state champs Lawrence North, and now the number 2 team in 4A, North Central. When a team has a Traveling Trophy, you know they're good. And Emma. And down low, Stevens gets the layup to fall, essentially unguarded, and Homestead will take the lead here early in the second quarter. North Central, every time they try to take the lead, it seems like Homestead has a response and is not giving them any leg room And North Central responds with a jumper of their own. Welch with her 4th basket of the game, or sorry, Destiny Hooks with her 4th basket of the game ties things up.
Yeah, both these teams staying in, keeping it close, and going to be a fantastic finish here in Spartan Arena.
There's another turnover by the Spartans. That's their 5th of the game. North Central going to get another chance to get some points off of a Homestead turnover. North Central really working the perimeter, and there's Welch for 3. Swish. Tanyelle Welch gives North Central their first lead of the game. She's up to 11 points.
Yeah, Welch playing great this game. Homestead really struggling in this quarter with that trap zone defense that North Central is running. Definitely working for North Central Legends, or Panthers.
And now Homestead with it, looking to tie the game up. Homestead, the last time that they played a top 5 team in Class 4A, things did not go very well as they lost that one against Carroll, 66-32. Looking to not repeat by the way the game's gone thus far. Doesn't look like it's going to be a blowout. Looks like it's going to be a shootout instead.
Well, this is somewhat reminiscent of the Carroll game, though, for the Spartans. They got hard early with Stevens scoring 8 points in the first quarter against Carroll, and then kind of in the second quarter just fell apart. Carmel's great defense got to them, and right now that's what's happening with North Central. But yeah, this game looks to be a lot closer than what the Carmel turned out to be.
Inside shot by Nakai Hunter, no good. And Homestead a fast break, stock for 3 off the back of the iron, no good. And, fight for the rebound ends in a jump ball, but it will still go to the North Central Panthers. North Central has been playing a great game defensively so far. Homestead, they're stuck shooting 33% from beyond. Having a good game inside, though, at 75%, but other than that, things have not been going well for the Spartans offensively.
Well, really, ever since that quick start from the Spartans, getting those 9 points from beyond the arc early in the first quarter, it's been a struggle completely because of this great North Central defense that they have.
Oh, it's an up-close defense by Grace Sullivan, almost forced the steal. And North Central going to keep possession here. Newman spins on Kinsley, takes a shot. What a play by Meg Newman to get the points down low. She's up to 4, and North Central's lead is up to 5.
Right there, Meg Newman showing you exactly why she's the #1 player in Indiana. Great move, great bucket. Puts the North Central lead up to 5.
Certainly cannot doubt Meg Newman's talent. The 4-star recruit, rated a 94 overall by ESPN. There's a reason that she's Pac-12 bound. A great athlete from North Central. Sullivan driving inside on Newman, no good. Off the side of the iron, and North Central trying to extend their lead here. Inside shot by Welch, swish. And Welch is up to 13 points. What a showing by Welch and this North Central squad. Timeout called. Coach Barker needs to gather his squad, and North Central up big time right now, 23-16. And Spartan fans, don't forget that both Spartan basketball teams will be in action again next Friday in another SAC doubleheader. They take on the Southside Archers here at home. Tip-off is set for 6 p.m. for the girls and boys tip-off thereafter. Join Noah and myself on the call for the girls game and broadcasters Matt Salfrank and Chris Corman for the boys game. Again, that's next Friday on Homestead Live. And that'll be a very crucial battle, especially for the girls, as Southside currently undefeated in SAC play. They're at 4-0. Homestead looking to continue to climb up the SAC standings with a win on Friday.
Yeah, for the girls, it's going to be a huge game. Southside still being undefeated, and Homestead with 1 loss to Carmel earlier on in December. Crucial game for the Spartans there.
And this also a very crucial game. Being able to not only beat a top 5 team in Class 4A, but win back the John Harrell Traveling Trophy. Really 2 back-to-back important games for the Spartans.
Yeah, and right now with 3 minutes left in the second quarter, you do not want to let North Central extend this lead to double digits, and that's the way to stop them from doing it right there. Allison Stevens, huge 3 from beyond the arc for the Spartans.
And she has had the hot hand thus far. She's not afraid to shoot. Homestead up to 40% from 3-point range. And they cut the lead down to 4 with just under 3 minutes left here in the second quarter. That was a much-needed 3-pointer for the Spartan offense.
Yeah, Homestead shooting great from beyond the arc compared to their regular season average of only 29%. If they can continue to shoot that well, it's going to be a great thing for the Spartans in their attempt to knock off the number 2 team in the state.
And right now they're in contention for being able to knock off the number 2 team. Only down 4 here with plenty of time to get the lead back. But North Central not going to let them come back easily, and that shot appeared to be tipped by Grace Sullivan, and Homestead will run it on the other end. Great inside feed to Kinsley, but pass thereafter intercepted, and North Central with things on the fast break. Hooks down low, and they'll call a travel on Destiny Hooks, and Homestead just above 2 minutes left in the second.
Yeah, great defense there to stop the fast break, double teaming Welch and then stopping and forcing a travel, getting the ball back with now 2 minutes left, down 4. Huge 2 minutes for the Spartans right now.
Homestead looking for anyone open. They were passing things around here. Patterson works down low and draw a foul on the layup. So Patterson will go back to the line for the chance at 2 free throws. So far, free throws have not been the strong suit for the Spartans. They are not shooting very consistently at the line. Got that first one to fall, though, and that ends a cold stretch of missed free throws for Homestead.
Yeah, after making the first one, they missed 4 in a row, but now changing it up and actually making both there at the line. Patterson, huge free throws for the Spartans. See if they can continue to make those, because they will need all of the free throws they can get against this great North Central team.
And North Central up only 2 now with just under 2 minutes left in the half. Destiny Hooks passes out to a wide open Nakai Hunter, no good. Rebounded, and Welch is going to take a shot in and out. North Central continues to grab the offensive boards, as they are really controlling the rebound game so far, out-rebounding North Central 11-8. Homestead working the other side after a great defensive possession for the Spartans. Foul called, and ahead on the OPS halftime report, we will send things down to sideline reporter Jenna Lane for a first half interview with Coach Barker. Then we will break down stats and stars from the first half, as well as take a look at the latest headlines in the SAC. It's all coming up on the OPS halftime report. The inbound pass goes to Stock. She takes a 3-pointer, and it's not gonna fall. North Central now on the fast break, looking for some quick points. And it's gonna be Hooks taking the 3, no good. Rebounded by Hunter. Takes an inside shot, and a foul called on the shot attempt. So Nakai Hunter will be going to the line for her first chance at 2 free throws.
Yeah, the amount of offensive rebounds in this game by North Central is something Coach Rod Parker will definitely not be happy about.
And that first free throw fall is really a lot that Homestead is going to be looking to improve on heading into the half. Down 3, they don't often find themselves down at half, but it looks like it might be that way for Coach Parker and the Spartans as the second free throw falls and North Central's lead climbs up to 4. Stock close to the out-of-bounds line, but able to tiptoe around it and stays inside. Stock really running around the court trying to find some open space. And another sloppy pass by the Spartans. With under half a minute left, North Central going to have the ball.
Yeah, right now North Central doing a great job of just completely shutting down Patterson, not even letting the Spartans get the ball to her down low. Right there, that whole possession, Homestead was looking for a look to get it down low. Patterson just couldn't get it, and once they threw it, turnover, great defense by North Central.
Panthers might just hold on for the final shot here. No, Couch is going to take a shot instead. And rebound goes to the Spartans. And a foul on the rebound, so Homestead will go to the other end for the chance at a 1-and-1 as they enter the bonus.
Heading to the line, shooting 1+ the bonus for Homestead, 14, Evie Bottoms.
Evie Bottoms will be going to the line. The 1-and-1 opportunity. Homestead certainly needs to make their free throws now as they enter the bonus, which Evie Bottoms does, and she'll get the chance at a second. Evie Bottoms, the sophomore guard for Homestead, gets the second to fall. Here's North Central probably on the final possession of the half. Welch working inside, takes a fadeaway shot, no good. Patterson rebounds, running down the court, half-court shot at the buzzer, off the backboard, and no good. And your score at halftime, Homestead down 2, North Central, the number 2 team in 4A up, 25-23.
Thanks, Brayden. So I'm here with Coach Parker. We are currently down by 2 points, but what do you think we can do offensively to help keep up with North Central?
Well, we have to keep moving the basketball, and we have to get Yana moving a little bit harder, making some good cuts so we can get the ball in her hands underneath the top layer of the zone and play inside out. It's going to be our big thing. We've settled for some quick shots.
All right, thank you so much.
Yep.
Brayden, back to you.
Thank you, Jenna. Coach Parker certainly looking for some improvement here heading into halftime. His team down 2. Just a solid finish to the first half for the North Central Panthers. Exactly what that squad was looking for heading into Spartan Arena. We're going to go to a quick break, but stay tuned for the halftime show. North Central up 25-23.
Rethink your limits.
Here at Homestead High School Media, we're taking steps to stay safe during the COVID-19 pandemic. That includes limiting the number of workers in the TV studio and wearing masks when not on camera. We also socially distance our anchors each week at the news desk. In the studios, we limit the number of people allowed in at a time, and even our mics wear masks. Thank you for doing your part in helping fight COVID-19.
This is... And welcome to the OPS halftime report as we get a fresh look at stats from the first half. And so far, it's been all North Central on the defensive end, but Homestead starting to control things on the offensive side.
Yeah, the main key in that first half was really just the three-pointers that kept Homestead in the game. North Central only making 1 versus Homestead's 4 was crucial for Homestead to stay in this game.
And so far, it's been all North Central. But Homestead, they're shooting pretty consistently at 41%. Where they're really struggling to shoot is at the free throw stripe. They've been shooting a not-so-strong 56%. And so far, North Central showing why they have that 2-point lead. And Noah, Molly Stock and Ayanna Patterson are your Star Spartans from the first half with 6 points on 33% shooting from the field for Molly Stock and 5 points on 50% shooting for Ayanna Patterson.
Yeah, those 5 points for Patterson, not what we're used to seeing. Still a good first half. Just weren't able to get her the ball in great spots like they usually are because of that great North Central defense.
And North Central's defense really been controlling the game so far, holding Homestead to 23 points at the half. And really that has been the story for the North Central Panthers and one of the main reasons why they find themselves with a 2-point lead.
Yeah, just Welch played great in that first half, and overall just being able to shut down Ayanna Patterson and not letting Homestead get the ball to her in good spots was how North Central took the lead from the Spartans, and it really started to grow, but Homestead was able to cut back into it at the end of that first half.
And Homestead, they found themselves down 5 points at one point in the second quarter, but they were able to shorten the lead down to 1 possession, and just a lot that Coach Barker wants to improve on. And Noah, what North Central players stood out to you in that first half?
Well, mainly just offensive scoring from Tiana Welch was great, and Meg Newman overall just made a couple of good passes and knocked down some very talented shots, or tough shots, and just played great in the first half.
And Welch had a great game in that first half, 13 points. Her average per game is 10.5. She's the leading scorer this season for the North Central Panthers, proving why she's able to get the buckets game in, game out with 13 so far. And Noah, there weren't many big plays in that first half. It was really a very methodical game from both teams. Homestead was able to hit some key three-pointers early that have helped to keep them in the ball game. They've been shooting 33% from beyond the arc compared to North Central, who's struggling a little bit from beyond the arc at 14%.
Yeah, North Central really isn't the three-point shooting type of a team. More just focus on getting the ball down low, getting some good mid-range looks, and it worked in the first half. That's why they have the 2-point lead.
And North Central, they surely want to maintain that lead, and we're going to go to a break, but stay tuned for the rest of the halftime show. Your halftime score, North Central up 25-23. Stay tuned.
What limits you? Too small, too old, insecure, broken. You have no limits. Rethink your limits.
Welcome back to the halftime show here at Spartan Arena. It was an interesting first half between these two top 25 squads, with North Central, the holders of John Harrell's Traveling Trophy, on top heading into the second half of play. And it should be a fun one. Both teams playing a great game offensively and defensively. A lot they needed to clean up, though, in that first half, and really both coaches looking for a cleaner game and a more efficient game from both teams.
Yeah, definitely don't want to struggle with the turnovers, either team, but mainly for Homestead is not allowing the North Central offensive rebounds as much. They really struggled with that, and that's how North Central took the lead from Homestead with those second chance points. And for Homestead, or for North Central, you just got to keep on getting it down low and in the mid-range game. It worked very well for them in the first half. Having a lead and only knocking down 1 3-pointer out of 7 attempts is a great thing for North Central.
They've been working inside, mostly shooting 42% from inside the arc, but they've really been shooting those in heavy amounts and been putting up some points in the process, as they're up 25-23 early in this game. And let's look at some news around the SAC. First off, the game versus Wayne on Friday has the opportunity for the Northside Legends to finally end a 2-year-long conference losing streak dating back to January 4th, 2019, in which they beat Wayne, which was also their first game of the season coming against the Generals.
Yeah, Northside really just has been struggling for so long, and it's going to be very interesting to see if they can end that losing streak against a winless in conference play Wayne at 0-2 versus 0-3 in conference play Northside.
And staying with Northside, Deuce Taylor, the quarterback, the star quarterback for the Legends, signed with FCS squad Morgan State, who he committed to over MAC schools like Akron, Eastern Michigan, and Central Michigan.
Yeah, great to see SAC players play some Division I college football.
Deuce Taylor, certainly a very successful quarterback at the SAC, certainly will be successful at the next level. And not really news, just an interesting little tidbit here. The holiday tournament predictions for Outside the Huddle came in. For the girls, Southside was chosen over Homestead in the finals, and for the boys, Homestead over Carroll.
Yeah, that tournament going to be really fun to watch, especially with both Spartan teams having aspirations to win it.
And it should be noted that the holiday tournament not being played, the main reason that Outside the Huddle did this little prediction, and maybe a little surprising to see Southside chosen over Homestead. And here comes the second half of play. Homestead starting off with possession as Molly Stock took it across the timeline, start things off. And Homestead, one thing they need to improve on is really limiting turnovers on the offensive end, and they're going to call a foul down low on Patterson's shot attempt, and she'll go to the line for 2.
Yeah, after the slow start from the Spartans at the free throw line, they were able to start knocking them down. And right there, Patterson again making her third free.
After starting off with a little cold stretch from the line, she's been on a roll with 4 in a row at the stripe and 7 points, 5 rebounds so far in this game. Tie game, North Central trying to change that with a Newman 3 in the corner, just short, rebounded by Molly Stock. And Homestead running things on the other end.
Yeah, North Central's three-point struggles continuing. Definitely, it's not a good thing for them to settle from beyond the arc with those three-point shots.
Both teams have been spending a lot of the game working the three-point range, and a turnover. Fast break coming up. Newman layup no good, but rebounded and won by Welch as she is up to 13 points. Actually, I'll push her to 15, and she'll go to the line for the chance at 3.
Yeah, 15 out of North Central's 27 points so far. Great for North Central. And Tayana Welch really carrying the load on offense throughout this game.
Welch up to 16 points in this one, nearing a season high. And now Homestead on the other end, down 3. Trying to get things going on offense. Stevens inside, too strong, and here comes another fast break for North Central. They're gonna slow things down a little bit. But the play developed. Newman shot over Patterson, no good. fight for the rebound. Turn to a Homestead travel. So North Central will maintain possession here.
Eve Adams in for the Spartans.
And for North Central, they have played a very tough stretch of ball games. Not only are they playing the number 15 team today, but on Wednesday, they played a very strong team out of Springboro from Ohio. And before that, a day before that, they played the number 1 team in Class 3A, Silver Creek, and beat them by double digits. Now Homestead running things. And Patterson loses possession of the ball. And North Central now with it. Another turnover for the Spartans.
The 3 Destiny hooks in for North Central.
Yeah, other than that, look down low for Patterson where she drew a free throw or a foul and knocked down some free throws early. It's been a bad start in this half from the Spartans.
Homestead up to over twice the amount of turnovers. North Central, Homestead at 11. Panthers playing a relatively clean game with only 5. A great down low pass and shot by Elliott. North Central extends their lead to 2 possessions, a 5-point lead for the Panthers. And Homestead so far, they've been very slow in this second half, haven't been getting things going. There's another miss by the Spartans. And North Central going to take advantage of that on the fast break, and there's Elliott again. 2 straight possessions for North Central. Ends in an Elliott basket down low. She's up to 4 points.
Yeah, just like you said, Homestead looking really slow and sloppy coming out of the halftime break. Really surprising. Just not knocking down shots and like allowing a fast break where it could have been easily stopped. Just gonna be interesting to see if Homestead can turn it around with this slow start in the second half.
They are not shooting the ball very well to start off the third quarter. Certainly not what Coach Parker wanted to see heading out of the locker room. And Stevens for another 3, no good. That's her 3rd miss of the second half. And Sullivan down low, layup no good. Kensley rebounds, blocked by Elliott. Patterson also blocked by Elliott. They'll call a foul on the shot. Great defensive effort by Elliott, but she'll get called for the foul. That's her 3rd foul of the game as she enters a little bit of foul trouble, and Patterson will go to the line for 2 free throws.
Yeah, and Homestead still has not made a field goal in this second half. 3 minutes in, really need to knock down some shots right now, or else North Central is going to take advantage and just slowly take Homestead out of this game.
Homestead needs to make their free throws. They got that second one to go, but shooting 62% at the line. They've missed 5 free throws so far, and they're down 6, so those missed free throws really playing a factor in North Central's lead so far. There's a free throw jumper by Welch. And it swishes right in. Welch is up to 18 points, over half of North Central's overall points. The Panthers extending their lead once more. Turnover down low. Kinsley lost control of it. And North Central now with it again. Homestead really struggling to maintain possession. There's another 3-pointer by North Central. And Coach Parker has to call a timeout here. The Spartans down double digits. North Central starting to really extend their lead here. Stay tuned.
What limits you? Too small, too old, insecure, broken.
just under halfway through the third quarter here, and North Central up 11 over the Homestead Spartans, who are looking to get things going. And Patterson gets the first field goal for the Spartans in quite some time and pushes North Central's lead down to single digits. It was a much-needed basket for the Spartans.
Yeah, and right there on that last Spartan possession is exactly what they need to continue to do. Get Patterson good looks down low, and she'll get the much-needed points for the Spartans right now.
Well, Homestead needs points. They also need to stop them, as Nakai Hunter got a relatively easy layup down low on the other end. And Homestead, they really need to clean things up on both sides of the court if they want to get back in this ball game. An inbounds pass coming up for the Spartans. The John Harrell Traveling Trophy on the line. And the holders of said trophy up 11 in the second half. Stock for three, no good. And Homestead with the rebound.
Right now, big opportunity for Homestead to cut into the North Central lead, down 11. Need some points right now, big. Let's see who can step up for the Spartans.
Really passing things around, trying to find somebody open. Sullivan drives inside and gets the layup to fall. Some much needed points for the Spartans. Grace Sullivan up to 4 on the game. And Homestead narrows the lead down to 9. And North Central looking for a 3 by Hooks. Swish. Destiny Hooks. North Central continuing to extend the lead over the Spartans, as it's up to 12 now, the highest of the game, but Stock on the other end forces it down to 10.
Stock with a great finish there. Could have been an and one, didn't call it, but still great finish there for Stock through the contact.
Both teams really starting to speed things up. And a foul on Nakai Hunter's shot attempt. It's the second foul of the third quarter for the Spartans, and it's Ayana Patterson's second foul overall, as Hunter will go the line for 2. Now first free throw falls. Really a tale of two different teams at the free throw line. Homestead been struggling with 5 misses on the game. Meanwhile, North Central perfect on free throw shots. Well, scratch that. There's their first miss of the game from the free throw line, and now Homestead with it on the other end. Homestead really needs some points on this possession. Down double digits, they need some momentum heading into the fourth quarter with under 2 minutes left. And a double dribble called on Homestead. And North Central will end up with the ball again. Another change of possessions. Another turnover for the Spartans.
Yeah, the Spartans getting close to tripling the amount of turnovers of North Central. Definitely not looking good for the Spartans right now in the terms of turnovers.
And a fast break by the Spartans. Molly Stock drives inside, got it to fall over Welch. And some much needed points, cuts the lead down to single digits. And a short timeout coming up as North Central up 9 with about 90 seconds left in the third. And Homestead Media is your source for the latest Homestead news, athletics, and more. Tune in every Friday to HHS In Depth for stories that affect our community and school. And check out the future HHS Live broadcast for your #1 source for Homestead athletics. Just search Homestead Media on YouTube. So,
Homestead now with this just 90 seconds left about in the third quarter, really need to cut into this lead like they did in the final couple of minutes of the second quarter and trimmed it down to just 2. They need to do that again, so then in this fourth quarter it's not just trying to come back the entire time. Homestead's not really a type of team that can play from behind that well. but when they're in the lead, they are able to keep it for a long amount of time.
Yeah, they need a solid run to end the fourth quarter here. A three-pointer by Welch. No good, and Welch with the rebound. Hardly do you ever see somebody rebound their own three-point shot. Ball ended up with Welch. And North Central will get an inbound coming up. Destiny hooks underneath the basket. Finds Welch down low, takes a shot from the mid-range, and it goes. Welch up to 20 points. She's having a great game, and North Central extending their lead once more with under a minute left in the third quarter.
Yeah, Welch playing fantastic. Most of her points coming from the mid-range, like that last possession. Really a key to this North Central lead, and main reason why they haven't grown it up so large.
Down low, it's Hunter. The shot attempt, she's fouled on her way up, so she'll go to the line for two. They'll call that foul on Allison Stevens. That's her third foul of the game as she's getting a little too close to foul trouble. First free throw gets a lucky bounce and falls for the Panthers as their lead is up to 12 now. And Homestead, we said that they really needed to finish the third quarter on a run, and it's kind of going the opposite direction as it's North Central who's on a little bit of a run to end the third, and there's a layup off the rebound by Welch. Put her up to 22 on the afternoon. And if Homestead doesn't get something going soon, this is on the brink of a blowout.
Yeah, and right there, it's just showing why Homestead is struggling so much. All these turnovers happening because they're being lazy on the passes, just telegramming to the defense exactly where they're going to go with the ball.
About 15 seconds left. Homestead needs some points to end the third. Kinsley drives, passes out to Sullivan, finds Stock. She drives inside, about 5 seconds left. Sullivan probably going to take the final shot here, and it's airballed and no good. And North Central ends the third quarter with a strong run, up 48-34 heading into the final period of today's game.
What limits you? Too small, too old, insecure, broken. You have no limits. Rethink your limits.
Fourth quarter of today's top 15 matchup coming up, and right now North Central with a huge advantage, up 14 over the hosting Homestead Spartans. Homestead really needs to get something going as the final period of play starts up. Patterson driving inside, a Euro step, and she's fouled on her way up, so she will go back to the line for another trip at the free throw line. And really it seems like one of North Central's strategies is to foul her when she's inside going for shots.
Yeah, knowing that she's more efficient when just getting these looks down low than she is at the free throw line. Definitely been North Central's strategy when trying to stop Patterson when she gets the ball down low.
North Central coaching staff really playing off of the statistics there. as they're sending Patterson to the line more than they're just letting her shoot down low. Regardless, she's up to 12 points on the day. North Central's lead is at 12 as well. That goal goes out of bounds. North Central will have another inbound down low.
Yeah, athletic save there by Meg Newman, the Arizona State commit.
She's willing to do whatever it takes to get North Central the road win. And there she is down low on Kinsley, and Meg Newman gets the basket to fall. She's up to 6 points. And North Central pushes their lead back to 14. The other end, Kinsley down low, gets the shot to fall. Got Welch to jump on a pump fake, drives inside, and she got her first basket of the game there. Every Homestead starter now with at least a bucket. And Homestead really needs to get their defense going, as their offense has been working pretty efficiently. And there's another three-pointer by North Central. That's Destiny Hooks from beyond. She's up to 13.
Yeah, Destiny's Hooks shooting great from beyond the arc throughout this game and extending the North Central lead up to 15 now, putting it really looking out of reach for the Spartans right now.
Maggie Kinsley attempts a shot down low again, but no good. Homestead wins the tussle for the rebound. That was on the floor for about 5 seconds, but Homestead ends up with the ball and the chance to cut into this lead. And that shot airballs out of bounds. So North Central will get it with 6:15 left in the fourth. Up big, 15-point lead for the visiting Panthers.
Even though it's not looking great for the Spartans, they still have a chance to cut back in here. We saw it when Homestead played Goshen. They had a huge lead, about 5 minutes left, and Goshen turned it down all the way to 4. But once again, another three by Destiny Hooks, not looking good for the Spartans.
And Homestead has really struggled to guard the perimeter, as Hooks and Welch have been working the three-point shot incredibly so far for the Panthers. And Homestead, if they want to get back into this game, it's pretty much got to start right now. Some points on this possession would be much needed. And there's Patterson down low, getting them the basket. She's up to 14 points. And North Central's lead is cut down to 16. And some great defense on the other end. It's going to turn to a Homestead fast break. Patterson driving. And they'll slow things down, allow for a little bit of time, and Stock drives inside and gets the layup to fall. On a 4-0 run right now, trying to cut into North Central's lead late with under 5 minutes left in the fourth.
Yeah, Homestead keeping slim hopes alive right now. 5 minutes left, down 14. Still have an opportunity to come back in this game.
But North Central not going to let him come back easily, as another shot down low by Ramaya Elliott will push North Central's lead back up to 16. Homestead taking a lot of time with their possessions. They need to start speeding things up a little bit. And there's another turnover for the Spartans. Kinsley fouls Danielle Welch as she was driving across the court. And here comes an inbound. And Homestead starting to rest the starters with just about 4 minutes left in the fourth quarter. North Central with a huge advantage late in this game. They've really done great on the offensive end, as there's another shot by Ramaya Elliott. And it's been all offense for the Panthers that has led them to the huge lead they now have. There's Stock driving on the other end. In response to North Central's layup, Stock gets Homestead one of their own. North Central taking their time.
Yeah, the key for North Central that really blew this game out of the water is just when they started to knock down some triples, and it just began to fall apart for the Spartans.
And Welch driving inside, another bucket for Danielle Welch. She is up to 24 this afternoon. She's having a great outing. And North Central's lead is up to 18 now. Stock in the corner for three. Got it to fall. Molly Stock gets Homestead their first three in quite some time. And that was some much-needed points for the Spartans.
Yeah, Molly Stock really been playing great all game, just not enough for the Spartans to hang on and stay close with this great North Central team.
North Central has certainly proved why they're number 2 in Class 4A with a great showing today, and also why they are the holders of John Harrell's traveling trophy.
Foul called on North Central number 2, Danielle Welch.
And an inbound coming up after the foul by Danielle Welch.
For the Panthers, number 10, Mackenzie Carroll.
And North Central starting to bring in the bench with 2:30 left, holding a strong 15-point lead. Stock drives inside and loses possession. And turnovers has been one of the catalysts that's led to Homestead being down big here in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, don't really see a chance for Homestead to come back in this one. Down 15, 2:30 left. It's not looking like they really have a shot, especially they took Patterson out. It's looking like Coach Parker even knows Homestead not having great odds left in this one. But credit North Central. Great play from Welch and Hooks. Really, Welch work in the mid-range, and then Hooks just really knocking down those crucial threes to extend the North Central lead when they needed it.
Yeah, North Central came into Spartan Arena and really spent the entire game just working Homestead's offense, and it looks like the traveling trophy is going to go back to Indianapolis. Ben Davis fans have to be excited, as next Friday the Giants will get a shot at the traveling trophy. So I'm sure they're happy to see this result. That'll be an interesting battle, as it will be number 2 North Central against currently number 13 in Class 4A, Ben Davis. So it'll be back-to-back ranked 4A matchups for the North Central Panthers.
Yeah, really tough stretch for North Central recently, and it continues on Friday.
And a solid jumper by Mackenzie Carroll. She comes off the bench and gets her first field goal of the game. And with the last minutes left, Homestead just looking for anything here in the last couple minutes of play. And there is another turnover for the Spartans. The Panthers on the fast break. A great spin and shot by Ava Couch. And another timeout by Coach Parker. It'll be a full timeout. Maybe get the full bench out there, as North Central extending their lead to 19, the largest lead of the game. with a minute 28 left in the fourth quarter. It's really felt like it's been all North Central in this second half as they hold a huge 19-point lead over the Homestead Spartans. And Homestead has brought in their bench, all except Molly Stock and Allison Stevens. Allison Stevens, who takes a three, but no good. Homestead still with it, though. Evie Bottoms in the corner, just a little bit to the right. They'll go out of bounds and stay with the Spartans.
Yeah, really just once Patterson came out, North Central just took advantage and grew the huge lead they already had even more, and now it's almost up to 20 points with 1 minute left in this game.
And the inbound pass almost intercepted. They'll go out of bounds and stay with the Spartans as Coach Parker on that last inbound took out Stock and Stevens, bringing in all bench players. And it looks like Coach Parker ending his efforts for the traveling trophy this season.
Yeah, the traveling trophy going to be staying with North Central Panthers.
Inbound pass once again tipped by North Central, but once again stays with the Spartans. And with under a minute left, North Central's just looking to wrap things up here as Ava Couch is going to be called for the reach-in. Try to get a steal so that North Central can just dribble this game out. But instead, another inbound coming up for the Spartans. And there's the steal by Ava Couch. And North Central running the fast break. They're not going to dribble it out. They're going to take a shot instead. Missed by Welch, who's been the leading scorer today for the Panthers. And with just above half a minute left, Homestead has it. Looking to get maybe some last-minute points here. Freem working inside, and another steal for the Panthers. And with that, North Central gonna dribble things out and walk away from Spartan Arena with a 66-47 victory over the number 15 Homestead Spartans. Homestead falls to 9-4, while North Central jumps up to 14-2, proving why they are the number 2 team in Class 4A.
Yeah, North Central just complete domination of the Spartans. It was stayed close for the entire first half, but this second half, North Central just took over and ran out with a almost 20-point win, final 19-point win over Homestead.
And once again, your final score, North Central 66, Homestead 47. Coming up next, the boys ranked number 3 in Class 4A, looking to remain undefeated and start 2021 with a win against the visiting North Central Panthers. Matt Salfrank and Chris Corman will be on the call for that game. Tip-off is set for 2:45 with pregame taking the air about 10 minutes prior. At this time, we'd like to thank our sponsors for making our broadcast possible. For video, a big thank you to Optimum Performance Sports and Fort Wayne Orthopedics. And our radio sponsors for this year include Casa Ristorante, Moe's Southwest Grill, Marco's Pizza, and Manchester University. We would like to thank one of our sponsors who's helped make this broadcast possible. First Federal Savings Bank is a community bank with locations in Fort Wayne, Huntington, and Warsaw. Contact them by phone at 260-436-2100 and online at www.firstfedindiana.bank. For Noah Johanningsmeier and the entire Homestead Live crew today, I'm Brayden Carroll signing off. Have a great rest of your weekend.